The Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta is a 9-day-long event that started with only 13 balloons back in 1972, and it is now the largest balloon event in the world, with up to 600 balloons and nearly 700 pilots. We boondocked in the RV South Lot for this once-in-a-lifetime experience that many RVers have on their bucket list. So what did we think? Stay tuned and we'll let you know. Steele and I are the only two up here this morning. We just met Miss New Mexico in a balloon basket. She went right over us. Thought her balloon was gonna bump into Steele as he was climbing up the ladder. And they're all above us, aren't they, Steele? Very cool. He's a little chilly this morning. So they come up, they fly directly over our heads, and then they are landing in the grass over here, which is about 10 feet. Well, maybe 20 feet, but very, very close from the front end of our RV. So it has been one of the coolest things I've ever done. I thought it was cool over at the Fiesta, but to see the balloons fly over you, to be surrounded by them, to have them come close enough that you can talk to the pilots as they fly over your RV. And then you can actually go out and get trading cards and talk to the pilots when they land. Steele's being a little shy. He hasn't wanted to do that. And Brielle hasn't gotten herself out of bed to do that yet.
I'm shy. I just don't want to do it.
Oh, you just don't want to do it? But really, really cool experience. Day one of the Balloon Fiesta, we wanted to be right in the middle of the action. So we headed over to the field for the mass ascension and opening ceremonies. This is a ticketed event, but it's easy to hop on the free shuttle or ride your bike in from the RV lot or any of the surrounding areas. Mass ascension and opening ceremonies take place at 7 a.m., except when the weather doesn't cooperate. In our case, the day we were there, it was pretty windy when we arrived at the field, so everything was delayed a bit. We were excited to see that they were able to launch the balloons, however. So not only did we get to see the flyover and the burn, but we got to see them start inflating the balloons and then watch them ascend into the air. There are opportunities to crew if that's something you're interested in as well. When you crew, you not only get to help a pilot set up their balloon, but you also get to hop in a vehicle and follow it wherever the wind blows it, and then help them land it and pack it back up when you're done. Definitely a neat experience. You also have the opportunity to take rides in the balloons if that's something you're interested in. We opted not to do that because I do have a fear of heights and I just thought I might panic a little bit, but it definitely would be fun if you're not scared of heights. Also, be aware if you come down for the Balloon Fiesta that the balloons may not launch every day depending on what's going on with the weather. We were very fortunate that temperatures were unseasonably warm for October. Of course, being from Colorado, we were super excited to see 2 Colorado balloons in the event. All right, I am up bright and early to do yoga and balloons this morning. Sorry, I'm watching traffic because I'm about to pull out into the road. The Dawn Patrol went out, said that the flight conditions look good. They are thinking they're going to be able to fly pretty low today, and they're going to fly south, so hopefully we get to see some really cool stuff during yoga. There are a few balloons in the sky, but I'm not sure if these are official balloons or not. So we will see. They're, I think, airing up, about to launch right now. So I am on my way to the Balloon Museum, which is where we're doing yoga, and I'm excited. Okay, here is my view. I'm sorry the windshield is so dirty, but you can see they have just started launching them right over the museum. I thought I was gonna have to fight some traffic getting over here, but with the parking pass, I was able to drive right in. They were rerouting all the other cars around, and the balloons have just started taking off. I'm gonna go in, check in, and then we get to be out on the back lawn, do an hour-long yoga class, and then you can either have juice or mimosa afterwards. They have a coffee cart there. Sounds like it's gonna be really fun. They said I can stay and relax and watch the balloons as long as I want. The yoga and balloons class was one of my favorite things of the entire week. At only $40 a ticket and only about 20 to 30 people in the class, it felt like we were VIPs. We were up close for the launch, and I was so excited to see that the wind blew the balloons towards us and then back away from us. So we were surrounded by balloons for the entire hour-long class. I just finished my yoga class. We were on the back lawn of the Balloon Museum. Now they've given me a mimosa to enjoy, and I get to stay here and continue watching the balloons in an Adirondack chair. It is definitely worth coming to take the yoga class if you even remotely like yoga. One woman even just sat on her mat the whole time watching the balloons, but all of the poses are kind of designed so that you're able to turn and see the balloons in all different directions. We had them all around us this morning. Really, really neat to experience and see the balloons a super relaxing way to start the morning, to stretch and then get a mimosa. They have coffee out here and be able to watch the balloons, and they're letting us stay as long as we want, which is really neat. Do you want to test, or do you just want to start talking?
Test.
Where are we?
We're at the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta Museum. I don't know what the actual full name of it is. It's
a really long name named after somebody.
Oh wait, there it is. Anderson Abruzzo.
Two somebody's.
Anderson Abruzzo Albuquerque International Balloon Museum.
There we go.
In Albuquerque, if you didn't catch that.
So the backyard, essentially, of the museum is the field where they launched the balloons. And we are here. We saw the balloons launch yesterday and then again this morning right over our heads. And so now we're going to come learn about the history of both ballooning and the festival, the fiesta.
Festival, fiesta, it's kind of the same thing.
Named in honor of Albuquerque's pioneering aeronauts Maxie Anderson and Ben Abruzzo, the Balloon Museum opened in 2005 and has since welcomed over 1 million visitors from around the world. The mission of the museum is to inspire a spirit of exploration, discovery, and achievement through experiences that engage visitors in the history, science, sport, and art of ballooning. We found the exhibits to be top-notch and super hands-on, which made it fun for people of all ages. I've read almost everything in the museum. I'm definitely the slow one because I love museums and I love learning things, but I just came into the kids area. And this is a book nook inside a balloon basket. They've got like cushions in here and books, It's designed for the kids, but it's a really neat space. And of course, none of the kids are in here. They're in the interactive exhibits. So this is my speed. I wish they had a book for me to read in here. We have Steele in the chase crew, chasing balloons. He's green chili. Shepherd is red chili. They're chasing down their balloons. Uh-oh, who's gonna win?
Me, because I'm already at 23.
What? What do you do?
You
I've been reading all
spin
the
it?
signs.
I don't know. What? Oh, I
And
bet
translating
these
them
are
to
supposed to
Brandon
be
because he doesn't like to read like I do. Okay, here's the guy floating over
If you run out of
the North
if you're at a
Pole
candy
in his
store,
balloon in the 1890s.
How many pieces of candy do you have?
Exactly number 35.
These two are behind me still fighting about that stupid game.
Wait,
She's talking.
how many pieces of
I
candy
know.
do you start with?
It's ruining my video because Brielle's wearing the microphone while she fights with you.
one piece. I want it. He doesn't know how to play the game.
We know how to play now.
Well, you didn't do it right.
Oh my gosh. I'm
won.
trying to
I'm the winner.
I'm trying to talk about this guy's expedition
won.
to the North Pole.
And Bria lost the game.
And
You should learn how to play games then.
you two are fighting. Don't worry, they quit fighting, and I did learn all I wanted to know about Andre's Arctic balloon expedition in 1897. That was during the Swedish race to the North Pole, where several explorers were hoping to find faster ways to get there. In Andre's case, he thought that a hot air balloon might just work. The nice thing about the museum is it's small enough that each of us were kind of able to go off on our own and really do the things we wanted to do. It's very, very interactive with lots of games you can play. You can see what it's like to be a balloon pilot, and there's even virtual reality. So if you're too chicken to get up in a hot air balloon like I am, you can experience what those balloon rides are like doing VR. Steele absolutely loved it. Steele's excited to see the petroglyphs. We're at Petroglyph National Monument, promising to bribe them with going to a coffee shop after. And so they told me they would do the 5-minute hike with me to see the petroglyphs. They must have found some. Let's go look. Petroglyph National Monument protects one of the largest petroglyph sites in North America. But be advised, the 5-minute hike is more like a 30-second hike. So this is a quick, very easy stop to do if you're looking for something else while in Albuquerque. The final event we attended ended up being our very favorite, and that was the Special Shapes Glodeo. This is another ticketed event that takes place in the evenings, and it's not every single night, so make sure to check the Balloon Fiesta schedule before planning to attend this one. All of the balloons are unique in shape and don't look like your typical hot air balloon. Then as the sun goes down, they start lighting them up from the inside, which creates a truly magical atmosphere. Much like the mass ascension, you are welcome to walk around on the field right up to the balloons. I had so much fun and had a smile on my face the entire time. It was such a neat event. After they finish the balloon glow, then there is skydiving at night. As if skydiving wasn't a daredevil sport enough, they actually start lighting fireworks as they're descending to the ground. I cannot imagine doing that myself, but it was very entertaining to watch. After the skydivers wrap up, there's a drone show that's all about New Mexico and the Balloon Fiesta. And then they finish the evening out with New Mexico's best fireworks displays. We were very impressed at the caliber of the fireworks. They continued with the drones as well. It was a really neat way to wrap up the event that was definitely worth it. Not only was it worth it, it was even better than I was expecting it to be. So if you've ever even remotely considered attending the Balloon Fiesta, I would encourage you to go ahead and plan that trip.